How's it going, guys? Chronic Rush here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my FIFA 15 Team of the Week predictions. Welcome back, guys, and today we're predicting the Team of the Week number 14, which should be released on, I believe, the 17th of December, and we're nearing to Christmas, and the Team of the Week isn't looking as good compared to last week's. Last week's was pretty incredible with the likes of second in form striker version Cristiano Ronaldo, as long as a striker version of Ibrahimovic and players like that, and there's some very, very good players, I think, in form Mats Hummels as well, and this week is probably going to look not as good compared to that week because that was a pretty phenomenal week. But we got some okay players, should I say, no extremely high rated players, and I don't think EA are going to want to, I'm not sure, I don't think EA are going to put any more higher rated players because there wasn't too many good performances across the countries available to pick teams from. I believe we got one more team a week until the new year, maybe. Oh no, we got a couple more actually thinking about it. We got one next week, and then I think we got one after that. I think EA are going to try and put some of the better players in. Obviously, EA are having some Christmas packs and stuff like that, I think, starting on the 19th as well of December, so be sure to go and check that out. But let's get straight into this week's Team Week number 14, and I have a bit of a cold, my throat is a bit sore, so it is going to sound a bit nasally, but we're going to start with Tom Heaton, the Burnley goalkeeper, and he picked up 4 saves, a penalty save, as well as a clean sheet, as well as the man of the match award in his team's 1-0 victory over Southampton. Burnley doing quite well at the moment, getting the needed points for them to try and slowly creep out the relegation, and obviously against Southampton, who had a fantastic start to the season. It's a very, very good performance indeed from the Burnley keeper there. Moving on to the defenders, the first over here is going to be this player here, Benatia, and he plays for Bayern Munich, recent transfer, shall I say, this season. Picked up a goal, a clean sheet in Bayern's 4-0 victory over Augsburg. I believe Robin picked up the man of the match award in that game, but I don't think EA are going to give him a third inform card this early on in FIFA 15. Moving on to the next, we have this player here, and it's going to be this player here, Naldo. Not the Naldo from Wolfsburg, but Naldo from Getafe in the Liga BVA. And Getafe come against Barcelona, ended up drawing 0-0. Fantastic performance from the Getafe players. Obviously, you've got the likes of Messi, Suarez, players like that who are pretty phenomenal in attack. Neymar and Naldo had a very, very good, solid performance in the centre-back position, picking up that clean sheet in that game. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Ranocchia plays for Inter in the Serie A, picked up a goal, a clean sheet in his team's 2-0 victory over Chievo. I believe that was a Monday night game as well, so there is a possibility he may not be put in the team. Moving on to the midfielders, with first player of his, this player here, Fenguli, plays for Valencia in the Liga BVA out in the right mid position, picked up 2 goals as well as the man of the match award in Valencia's 3-0 victory over Rayo Vallecano. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Stefano Mauri, plays for Lazio in the Serie A. And he picked up 2 goals in his team's 3-0 victory over Atalanta. I think it's Edison or Anderson, the right wing, picked up 2 assists and man of the match award in that game. So either of those could be in the squad. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Guyana. I'm not too sure how you pronounce this guy's name, but plays for Lille in the French Ligue 1. And he picked up 2 assists in the centre mid position in his team's 3-0 victory over Toulouse there. Fairly solid performance. 2 assists from any centre mid who's playing a bit more defensive. He is default as a CDM, so he's a more defensive player, but still I think that's a very, very good, solid performance. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Bonaventura, the AC Milan winger, shall I say, played out in the left wing for AC Milan in their 2-0 victory over Napoli. This guy picking up a goal, as well as an assist and the man of the match award in that game. Moving on to the cam, we have this player here, Juan Mata, the Manchester United player. De Gea had a fantastic game. I believe Van Persie picked up the man of the match award, but EA aren't going to give him a second inform, I reckon, this early on. And Juan Mata picked up a goal as well as an assist in the centre attack and mid spot in Man United's 3-0 victory over Liverpool there. Moving on to the striker, shall I say, we're first player here is this player here, Robert Firmino, who actually played in the cam spot. I only have one striker in this squad, should I say, and he played in the cam spot for Hoffenheim, I believe, on a Friday night in the Bundesliga, and picked up a goal and assist as well as the man of the match award in their 3-2 victory over Frankfurt. This guy's got a very, very nice card indeed, and I can't wait to use his inform card if he does go and get one. And moving on to the final player of this week, starting at 11, we have this player here, Olivier Giroud, the Arsenal striker, picking up 2 goals as well in the 4-1 victory over Newcastle. Santi Cazorla also picking up 2 goals, I think, think, the man of the match award as well in that game. But the lack of strikers in terms of scoring hat-tricks and stuff like that was kind of hard, so I decided to just throw Giroud in there. Maybe he could pick up an informed card. Moving on to the subs bench here, the first player here is going to have this player here, Lucas Kluz, plays for Paderborn in the Bundesliga, picked up 8 saves, a penalty save, as well as a man of the match award in Paderborn's 1-1 draw over Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg obviously second in the Bundesliga, and that's a very, very good performance from this guy. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Christian Kabasele, I think it is, plays for Genk in the Belgium Pro League, and picked up a goal and an assist, as well as a clean sheet in his team's 3-0 victory. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Bradley Johnson from Norwich in the Championship, picked up 2 goals as well as the man of the match award in his team's 5-0 victory over Huddersfield. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Damari Gray, plays for Birmingham City, who absolutely spanked Reading 6-1. This guy picked up a hat-trick in, I believe, the centre attacking mid spot, as well as the man of the match award. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Archie Thompson. I'm not too sure where this guy played. He's default in a left wing, so I left him in there, but plays for Melbourne Victory in the A-League, or the Australian League, and picked up a hat-trick in his team's 3-3 draw over Sydney FC. Picked up the first 2 goals, I think. Sydney then came back to bet 3-2, and he picked up the one that equalised the game. Moving on to the next player of this player here, Beric. Robert Beric plays for Rapid Wien in the Austrian Bundesliga, and obviously Red Bull Salzburg are the team that you would expect to win. They're a bit like Bayern in the Bundesliga, absolutely dominating them, but Rapid Wien actually won a 2-1. Beric picked up 2 goals as well as the winner in that game, obviously, to go and make that 2-1, and a fantastic performance by him, and we could see him in the team of the week. And moving on to the final player of this week's team of the week, number 14, we have this player here, Lima from Benfica, picking up 2 goals in Benfica's 2-0 victory in the Premier League, or the Liga Portuguesa, whatever you want to say. But guys, that is the team of the week number 14 on the screen. As you can see, there isn't too many fantastic players. You've got 2 high-rated players of 85 and 86, but the rest of them are fairly low in terms of, they're not going to go for too much. You've got a couple discard price players in terms of non-rare cards. You've got some okay silver players in terms of heated in goal maybe, and on the bench you haven't got some bad players either. Johnson, Gray, I think he looks okay. Lima maybe not too bad, and this Belgian centre-back actually doesn't look too bad either. So it's not going to be the most expensive team of the week, but he's got some okay players. Maybe Giroud up top could be a bit of a beast. But guys, if I've missed any players that you think should have been in that squad, put that in the comments. Also remember to hit that like button, and if you're brand new here, make sure you subscribe to stay tuned to this series, and go and check out some of my other series on my channel, guys. This has been Crush. Till next time, adios!